first got into it to what it is now? Have you noticed a lot of change?
It's changed completely. And I was thinking about this when I was coming up here and started to get nervous, realizing that I have to give you advice, and that I sat here and got great advice from people like Vince and Amy. You know, when I was in school, they did these, and who else? Stephen Curtis Chapman did one, and it was fantastic. And then now, congratulations, here you are. And I realized one of the things is, and I'll talk about how it's changed, but the first thing I want to stress is that nobody in this town knows what they're doing anymore. They don't. They can tell you they do, and well, here's the business model now. They don't, and it'll be different in 6 months, and it's going to be different in 12 months from that. The labels are scrambling. They're going, well, let's see, they're downloading, so we need to get things on iTunes, but it's still only a part of our business. But it's growing, and it's going to be the major part of our business, but they're still buying it at Walmart, so we need to figure out how to give them something. And then at the same time, you're not selling like you were, so we need you to get your recording costs down. They don't know what to do. So the thing that I can say is, however this will shake out, it's going to be done by you. This group right here is going to figure out things that the people who have been geniuses on Music Row for decades are still scratching their heads about. You're going to show up one of these days and walk through their doors, and the Red Sea is going to part because you're there and you're going to have some idea. That 2 years ago I would have said, well, you need to go intern and you need to get a record deal at a record label, and you need to go write your first single and do this and this and this. Now all I can say is the only thing that's still the same is write your songs and come up with the things you need to do. But as far as the business model goes, I can't say go down there and get yourself this record deal, do exactly what I did, because it may not work in 2 years. What will work is if you're making good music, that's going to find its place. But a lot of you aren't going to be making music, you're going to be marketing it. You're going to be figuring out ways to get it in people's hands. And I would say go think outside the box. Because when I started, the deal was you needed a record deal to get on the radio, because you need first to be on country radio. That won't change. That's going to always, I think, be the case, that you have to be on the radio to get at least that hit song in people's consciousness that gets the ball rolling. They haven't found a better way. The second thing that you'll need is that song. Actually, I have that backwards, don't I?
Get that song first.
Yeah. You need to be on the radio with the song. Yeah, write it first. But I think that when it comes down to what the labels do for you, it's changed already. If you're a new artist, when I was signed, they just said, hey, 7 albums and go make them, and here's your budget. And then we'll figure out ways to market it. Now they say, well, we're going to need a piece of your touring, we're going to need some of your merchandise, because they're not making the money they used to. And I've always thought that kind of was going to be the case, because I've never understood why a place like Arista Records does all of this great stuff for me and gets me on the radio and gets me, into people's homes, essentially, and then doesn't make any money when I go out and sell out an arena.
Right. So you're talking about the 360 kind of deals? Is that what you're talking about?